Hello, my name is Olivia Carlisle, and this is my PowerPoint presentation entitled Theory Comparison Assignment for Colorado Christian University in the class Psychology 304A. The first psychologist that I am going to discuss is Erik Erikson. In the article Critical Times, Critical Theory, written by Elizabeth Duvan, PhD, a brief overview of the life and theories of Erik Erikson is outlined. This article makes the point that Erikson is one of a handful of theorists who have had a direct influence on our culture and the way we think about human development during childhood and adolescence. Duvan, 1997. The author of this article seems to hold a high opinion of Erikson and his theories. She says it is not possible to think of adolescence without invoking his concepts of identity and the psychosocial moridium, Duvan, 1997. She also mentions that Erikson is a figure who represents a great heart and an open mind. This article is an effective synopsis of the life and work of Erik Erikson. It mentions his life, it mentions his major theories, it mentions who he was influenced by, and it also mentions the effect of his theories on our culture and psychology as a whole. This article has many details about Erikson's life because, according to the article, his major contributions can best be understood in the context of his personal histories and his individual qualities. So the context is key, according to this article, to understanding what he did and why his contributions mattered. It also talks about how Erikson has a unique position as an outsider, as he was an immigrant to the United States, and this provided him a view of the paradox and problematics that are inherent in all human society. The next psychologist that I'm going to discuss is Raymond Cattell. This article about Raymond Cattell is his obituary, and it discusses his life, achievements, and his contributions to the world of psychology. The author of this article thinks highly of Cattell, as they refer to him as one of the giants of 20th century psychology. Child, 1998. One of the points made in this article is that Cattell lived his life by the conviction that psychology could only be studied as a serious science, and its findings could be used to solve human problems. Child, 1998. Essentially, his approach to psychology was that it was equally as important as any other kind of science, such as a medical science, and its findings were just as important as medical findings. This article also mentions how Cattell was known for his personality tests, such as the 16PF, HSPQ, CPQ, CAQ, and 8-state scales, but how he also designed nonverbal tests and presented a theory of fluid and crystallized intelligence, which is now widely applied. Child, 1998. This article is an effective synopsis of the theories of Raymond Cattell because it covers his achievements throughout his life and the theories and personality tests that he developed. It covers his childhood, so it gives you a background of his childhood and what things in his childhood may have contributed to his adult life thoughts. It gives an overview of where he went to school. It gives an overview of what he accomplished while he was in school. It details his move to the United States and how he felt alienated being in a new culture as an immigrant and almost as an outsider looking in. This article is also effective because it has a personal touch to it. The author of this article is someone who knew Cattell personally, and so he personally witnessed his successes and his studies. So from a personal perspective, he held Cattell in high esteem because he was able to see in real life the things that he accomplished, the studies that he did, and how psychology and how culture was affected by those things. To compare and contrast, both articles did a great job detailing each psychologist and providing a brief but concise summary of their studies and achievements. Both articles gave a pretty firm foundation of their childhood and who they blossomed into and how their childhood and adult life experiences shaped their psychological views. Both of these psychologists contributed in different ways, and they both had a lasting impact on the culture. In conclusion, both psychologists impacted the world of psychology and the way we think greatly, but with different theories and different views and different ways of seeing the world. Both psychologists presented theories, ideas, or personality tests that have become a part of our modern day psychology. And these are my references.